Third border city. Your Majesty were right, there are materials used to make the magic cube, the endless cape. The magic power, that greyish-yellow stone on the left, are pretty similar to that the magic ceremony cube, though not completely the same. Is this what was found the water cave of Clearwater? Yes, if we have sufficient amount of the materials I start to create the replicate now. How much do think you'll need? Few thousand. I think this was actually quite lot. Couple of thousand stones could possibly fill room. It seemed that I had to extravasate the endless cape as soon as possible. I'll arrange it. So what about the other one? The other type of stone is absolutely extraordinary. First, I assure that its radiation won't cause any harm to animals. From what I see, it's just some regular light, not the type are worried about radioactive rays. That's right, of course there is chance that the radiation is too weak to be detected. However, if that is the case, I won't be too worried about its lethality. I asked Miss Lucia to break down one of the stones. Its ingredients are very similar to sands. Sands, gulfs, Mantua. Astis update Marder fast cow. Very strange, right? But it looks like stone, or rather some bigger gravel. It's flexible and will glow when being compressed. I've never seen anything stranger than this entire life. That's not quite accurate. Know what this thing is? Not really, but it does remind me of something else. Substance comprises elements apart from elements. Its structure also plays big part determining its properties. Don't understand it because haven't seen many materials yet. We know too little. You're right. The longer I stayed the Quest Society, the more ignorant I felt I was. The book brought from the dream world just blew mind. I shouldn't say that the stone is incredible because there's something even more incredible than that. Us. According to that book, everybody comprises elements like tree. We're also constituted of carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, however we laugh, weep and think that's more amazing than just being able to illuminate. If that book too, but I still can't believe it. As much as I hate to admit, skins aren't lot different from scaly tree bark. That's probably what His Majesty refers to as the reality of structures. Your Majesty, hey or okay Padua? Astist update, Arda Fastco. Feline, what did say? We're more of wonder than the illuminating stone tablets, that's it. The so-called stone tablets are not some sort of monuments, but they are people who got killed. A saying, the tablets were those people's bodies. This was so unbelievable. The illuminating tablets are living beings like us. Forgive me, but I can't believe that this is actually true. It just doesn't make sense to me that those tablets had consciousness and could move about. We'll do have proof of that, but according to you, that fits the stories on the murals. Let's put it aside for the time being. I believe as long as we continue to do research, we'll find the answer. Only this way will human beings continue to progress. The way I conducted some tests on the illuminating tablets, I was thinking perhaps it could replace the illuminating magic stones. Us Padua fastest update Cadbua fast co. I applied exactly the same amount of strength to the two fragments. Its illumination intensity and lasting power have something to do with its size and the extent to which it's deformed. Isn't this natural tracer material? Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. You're all great explorers. The fjords, many of have been to the shadow waters, so I'll make it short. These islands are not stationary. It will be really foggy there when the water rises, so have to be extremely careful. Understand, Captain, don't worry. I started to miss the First Army over winter. Least the soldiers of the First Army maintained absolute silence when they carried out mission. They always stood erect with brisk and crisp air that afforded pleasant vista to contemplate. Mantua the fastest update, Arua fasts com. Joan got along fairly well with the witches back over winter and had even made friends with Maggie. And Lightning, I don't understand. Joan won't accept me like she accepts others. I've known Joan for very long time, longer than anyone except Margaret. What's the matter? Not good. Mood, your face gave away. This Manhwa fastest update Ianhua fast conned. Not, I just don't like the atmosphere. The command room, right? I told not to worry about the exploration. Leave it to the guys. Just relax and enjoy this trip. How I can't place life their hands. Don't trust Thunder Eye. I admire your sense of responsibility, otherwise Lady Till would not entrust the sleeping island to you. However, sometimes need to learn to trust people, not only Thunder but also Lady Till. Would go crazy if you're always so strained on the sea. They be boisterous, but I assure they're all excellent sailors. Just disclaimer, I didn't say anything. But you're thinking that way, right? That's okay. The nobles, the four kingdoms, view us as barbarians. And we view moving just as the nobles view us. To be honest, I only see one noble who never discriminates people based on background. That was Roland Wimbledon. The water is going down. The Shadow Waters finally unveiled its mask, showing its true nature. Ardsley Fastic Type Date. Arda Fast Cowed. What happened? Don't worry, the engine is off. The trick to safely pass through this area is to be low. Maybe it doesn't apply to small boats, but for large ship like this we just need to glide over the slope. Look around. Maid, fastest update IADU, a fast could ant. Are we going downhill? It looks incredible. But that's the fact. If there was huge whirlpool here when tides receded, we wouldn't have come here. Because that would be the largest and deepest whirlpool. The ocean, there would be no chance of survival since the ocean remains surprisingly tranquil. Thunder wants to look into this matter. Normally it was TM Dostry for human. Begins to dive to the bottom of the sea, but your ability gives us ray of hope. Yeah, fish, red fish. The Ghost Shadow Red River. This Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast. Special river comprised of fishes. Sit and Manhwa fast com for the fastest releases. Oh, stop clicking your tongue. Red scaly fish isn't tasty. As long as we marshal along the Ghost Shadow Red River, we'll reach the triangular tower ruin. Princess Till should have told already. There's weird telescope-like instrument the tower through which you'll be able to see vast land you've never laid your eyes on. That's the purpose of this trip. Unfortunately, we're not going to the ancient ruin this time, otherwise you'll be able to see that magnificent ruin. Not, I'm fine with that. Wow. Everyone's here, very impressive. I thought would run into rock and ask us for help. Tears. It was extraordinarily quiet this time. That case, let's get going. The water will rise again the evening, so we'd better reach the bottom of the sea then. If there's nothing down there, we must leave before tides come, otherwise we'll get stuck here on the islands. Still, Joan Camilla will place the matter your hands. As long as ask those guys to shut ya. Just disclaimer, need to be highly concentrated when I channel Joan. If anyone interrupt work, I'll have to start all over again. This Maria fastest update I Orbua fast com. Off got. If we're disconnected or a danger, come back as soon as possible. Okay, don't force yourself. Your friends are waiting for you. Is Padua fast estudate Kadua fast cowed. Got it, yeah. How does that got? Everything is going well. John's now meters down the water. The stone pillars aren't getting any thicker, and nor are the reefs. I haven't seen any seabeds or mountains yet. She's now more than meters down there. The surroundings are significantly darker. But she still sees everything clearly. There are still stone pillars and reefs. We haven't reached the bottom yet. Damn, that's so deep. Perhaps those islands and rocks aren't real islands, but are the swirling sea is huge. It's perfectly normal that it has some strange geographical. I've seen weathered rocky mountains, the kingdom of Wolf Heart. They're pretty similar to those stone pillars, although they're not that long. But unlike the land, there's no wind underwater. Wind? There's wind here. What did say? Didn't I make that clear? Then I'll repeat, not you. I was asking Joan. Joan just said something. There's wind the bottom of the sea. What wind? I can't feel it, but I hear it. Listen, did hear that. I'll dive further, but I have to change position. This Padua, Astist update Matda fast co. Meters deep, and the wind seems to be louder still. Nothing has changed undersea. 2 meters. It's completely dark. Luckily Joan doesn't need light to see things. The stone pillars are still deeper down there, and there are now new pillars. Could stretch the rope little farther. Damn it, how deep is the water now? Or Joan isn't sure. Padua, Astist update, Ordlua fast cowed. What's going on? What happened? The pillars disappeared. There's no seabed, nothing there, suspended the water. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Suspended are saying these islands are floating on the water, the name of the three gods, they're all. Solid rock woman assure about what sea. Train imp idle, even if they're floating they can't remain the same position all the time without anchor. The water currents would flush the shadow islands toward the fjords. Silence. Are all the reefs floating like that? I don't know, they're different lengths. We haven't reached the very bottom of those pillars yet. Life Godiva fastest update at _Kardua fastakud do want to take closer look, they do. Okay, be careful. Huh. What's going on? Is this illusion? Get out of there, the exploration is over, come back. What should I do, Camilla? What should I do? Move faster, don't stop. Kick harder, do it. Help me. Golfs. Ardsley fast estudate card bua fast cow. What happened? Is Joan danger? I don't know, the channeling was disrupted. I can't just. I going to be flushed down again. Yeah. Martha the fastest update man here fac. Ja. I__. Still go back. Don't force yourself, your friends are waiting for you. I want to go back. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. The target is the northeast miles. We request for artillery fire. Copy, fire 5 minutes please, be careful. Alright, got it. Climb a little bit higher. A wall. This markup fast estudate Manhwa fast could. The enemy has come out, they're all mad demons, please fire the same shooting angle. Lightning, come back now, the magic slayer is coming. Guy. Fastest update Mantua Malhua fast come. Be careful, lightning has gone, let's around. Let's call it day, I have to save some magic power for the night patrol. Give inspected the area. Within radius of 5 to 6 miles, and I'm pretty sure that the construction is safe for now. Underground headquarters. Good job, it seems that Lady Edith's banishment plan has worked. Yes, it looks like so. The way, where's Miss Pearl of the northern region? She went back to overwinter the seagull with iron axe after receiving His Majesty's order. This Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast. I think that's pretty much the time to discuss the strategies and tactics for the final battle. How did it do? Like riding on the seagulls, your majesty, it's fast, but ___ little too fast for me. I didn't feel that way before, however when I actually sat there I noticed that it wobbled pretty badly. I was very scared when the craft went down and thought I was going to fall. Of course I promise that I'll do best to overcome fear, your majesty. It appeared that this seasoned Morin warrior feared heights. So how are going to overcome the fear? I'll watch more magic movies once this war is over until I'm no longer afraid of it. That's really like what Sand National would say. Fantastic. Since you're already here, let's start the meeting. We have to get prepared for the final battle. Sit and Manhwa fast com for the fastest releases. This Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast. After 6 months of construction work, the first main railway was only kilometers away from the Tequila ruin. Once the construction of Tower Station Not was completed, the first army would be able to directly attack the demons Tequila. Once the fertile plains was enveloped the red mist, the demons would be able to invade the interior from the impassable mountain range anytime. Then not only would the first army face bitter battle, but the demons would no longer be bounded distance. Considering that human beings were already outnumbered the demons, however, if they managed to seize Tequila before the final battle, the demons would have to erect their obelisk. The other two holy cities, the Starfall City and Harriet _ both two cities were more on the northern end of the plain. Even if the demons built their outposts there, they could not directly threaten the Four Kingdoms. The appearance of the Magic Slayer had forced them to adjust their initial plan. The power of the Curse inflicted, the magic slayer appeared to be incurable, even very minor wounds could lead to mortality. Lightning could more or less cure herself. But Leaf's condition was much worse. Based on Ash's report, Leaf's health was deteriorating. It was time to make final settlement with the magic slayer and Tequila first. From what the general staff tell, when the magic slayer sees defeat is inevitable, he would very likely retreat. This is just assumption. We haven't had much solid evidence to this theory yet, judging from the fact that he's still keeping distance from the encampment. We believe he's exactly the opposite of Abu Dhabi _ I agree. Gallantry doesn't necessarily mean have to be suicidal moron. We agree with the demons on this terms. Senior Commander plays far more important role than Mad Demon. It isn't likely that he would die meaninglessly like his subordinates, so we must be proactive and intercept them when they retreat. Fortunately, we know everything about enemy and have experience dealing with them. If the magic slayer doesn't notice, plan long distance shot would definitely be the safest and most effective way to kill him. Fits Mantua, the fastest update. Manifest cold. I have question first. We can't guarantee that one bullet would be enough to kill the magic slayer. What if he's still alive after the bullet hits him? We won't have second chance. Second, what if the magic slayer has noticed the presence of this weapon with long shooting range and attempts to avoid direct confrontation and murder on? From experience, it's very likely that he'll do. Seems to me that the enemy learns firearms faster than we desire him to. For the first one, the general staff has decided to use God's Stone of Retaliation as the bullet. Even if we can't kill the magic slayer one shot, we immobilize him. Of course, the smaller God's Stone is, the softer it will be. God's Stone as small as bullet be easily crushed hammer, so it'll break before we fire. However, we probably Sky Andrea weapons, as her weapon has much larger caliber. Regarding this point, give confirmed with Agatha. God's Stone made from magic blood will be lot harder. We first test that out using the 2 bottles of magic blood she collected from the demons. To use the demons' blood to kill them. I like it. You're the second mortal. I'm impressed with this markup. Fastest update at Ordlua fast. As for your second question, Ill need preserve unit only. Lightning is faster than the magic slayer. However, she can't _ stop him. Not there's something faster than the magic slayer _ something right, that is diving seagulls. To have God's punishment which sit on the plane. Exactly, the anti-magic area works the same way as God's Stone does, and God's punishment witches should be able to kill the magic slayer. Even if they couldn't, sniper will give him one last blow. This is the best plan we think of the moment, but I don't think Ashes will agree. This is too dangerous, may run directly into the magic slayer. So we'll let her recede. I want to do this, Your Highness. This mission isn't any different from the transportation of witches that we normally do. The time the magic slayer notices the seagulls, the other Tequila witches would have rounded on him. Therefore, everything will be under control. Don't worry, Ashes, and I know what we're doing. We won't do anything beyond capabilities. The last step of this plan is to launch ambush. The senior demons could not hold for very long without the red mist, so they would have to retreat to recharge. This means that the best location for ambush is somewhere close to their red mist supply line. Regarding that, I have suggestion. I'm not sure if still remember the infiltration mission carried out that extraordinary the other day. That silly girl, she wasted one precious 5-colored stone because of that operation, but now Wall have excellent view. AI taxi Lucy _ on AI, the rear of the Tequila ruin. Once we turn on the phantom instrument, we'll be able to see everything about their red mist supply line. Well, that case Iron Axe and Edith will stay. The third border city. Gather fastesti up to hit. Manhwa fast _ con to draft detailed ambush operation. Feline hopes that could come to the underground lab. We've got breakthrough the research on the magic ceremony cube. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. This Mantua fastest update. Mahua fast con fei. The breakthrough talked about. Please look this, they're both the cube parts and are pretty old. They do look old. Have successfully disassembled the magic cube already. Not hold on, have the parts. Then how come it's still illuminate? Is it because? Yes, your majesty, I installed replicates on the magic cube. The cube works perfectly fine, which indicate that those replicates work as well. What do you think of it? Ingenious. It only took 3 months. I thought that would take the least years. Slim wrist from the sleeping spell helped me lot, and the structure of the magic cube is much simpler than that of the magic core. I withdraw words that we need thousands of stones. I believe we only need to make cube replicate. The garrison, the festive harbor, is now taking actions under order. I believe we'll soon hear something from them. Well, if that's the case, I ask for something return. Of course, this is all for future research. Padua, Astist update, order fast cow. What do assistant want then? Assistant who could help me better understand the knowledge, the dream world. Fellow witches would be most suitable for this position, however they feel it hard to learn on their own. They told me there are institutions where instructor helps students and answer their questions. I think that would be much easier for them. So your majesty could send them to school. We still need to adjust the stability and strength of the god's stone bullet so that we could suit its power to practical applications. I think would be the only person who could do this. Make this project your top priority for now. I'll ask Andrea and Agatha to assist. I feel like work never ends. I have to make the machine tool that is like to process plane parts, improve the internal combustion engine, and work on the railway, the front, as well as many projects on the book. I envy Pasha and Feline. Although backfire helps me lot. It isn't as flexible as tentacles. I can't work on so many things simultaneously. Oh, I don't think it's good idea. I don't want to cuddle giant blob. You're not only the Minister of Engineering but also the Queen of Grey Castle. You're public figure. Of course, I'm also looking for someone to help you. If everything goes well, there will soon be more people. The Ministry of Engineering. Really ill. Wait for that day to come then, but now I want something else as reward. Markup fastest update Manhwa fast con. Good morning, your majesty. Name is Saint. Migrant ability is imitation. I impersonate anyone who is connected to me. This is second time visiting the dream world. Nice to meet you. Name is Dido. Ability is the invisible pocket. Short, I put objects into magic invisible bag. Wellies not very useful ability, but it'll do best for Feline on the honor of the quest socket. Feline has told the mission watch for signals before answering questions. Don't talk too much. Hey, just about the right time. I want to discuss something with you. What do you want to talk about? I would rather talk to person. Come to room. Just got up, didn't you? The door is open. Come in. Congratulations. This Mantua fast estudate Manhwa fast con. You're now official member of the Materialist Association. This is your contract that has just arrived, effective upon eviction. This is the hunting license. Only outstanding and dedicated materialists would be granted the license. There are no more than 10 licensed materialists this city, and the Prism City has issued no more than licenses. Your rights as licensed materialist and the matters that need to pay particular attention to are all listed the end of the booklet. Remember, the license not only represents the trust the association puts, but also greater responsibility. I hope could carry on and help the mankind gain the eventual victory the way did. Call me. Give done part 1. Don't think anticipated all that. Did you era need your help with something? Come to room. Sure, but is it not something that say here? You'll know when come over. Okay. You finally did this. Goodness, they're still kids. I'm going to call the police. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. So don't have any inappropriate relationships with these girls. But instead you're their partitive tutor. Exactly, they're all college students living nearby. I have to teach them as well as Zero. And it takes too much time. People will get suspicious if I keep them here for too long. Normally, girls of their age should have been school, so I have to constantly bring new students of. So they're the relatives who needed to take care of during first meeting. Hey, this is something I said more than half year ago. Do keep reminding me of that. They aren't real relatives. But we're from the same town. Dawn St. Migrant and Dido used to live the same village as me. They were still little kids when I left town. Then didn't their names show on the registry? Because of their gender. I see are there many people like them. Quite few, although things have gotten little better past decades. People village or aware that I joined the Materialist Association. They probably didn't want to stay there for the rest of their lives. They came to look for me. Your Roland is telling the truth. Please let us stay. I want to go school. Neither tutoring nor learning themselves would solve the fundamental problem. I want them to live normal life like everyone else too. I think you're the only person who could help us to buy buying. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. I severed relationship with family, plus the Clover Group has yet abandoned their plan to demolish this apartment. If I go see him, he would use it as leverage. I would betray the trust those protesters have put me to. I understand, but talk to him yourself. Garcia, the fastest date, cord Bivar fast. Father will be holding party for the outstanding materialists, the city center hotel tomorrow evening. He knows I would not go, but he still sent me invitation. Doing so, he the least shows to the media that he's trying to mend relationship pay. Although he didn't invite directly, go there on behalf of me. Just give the party organizer call and they'll let with invitation card. Proxy could mean acceptance or declination. If I choose as proxy, he'll know that I declined his offer. Talk to him person. Scared regardless. I have to got. I'm so close. I'm just worried he won't help us. He'll probably feel very affronted that you've rejected him. Don't worry, father isn't unreasonable person. He cares more about business gains than personal loss and aren't any ordinary materialist. Even Prism City has noticed. You should give yourself more credit. This is intentional. I'll do best to tell the truth. I'm very glad for you. You're on the right track. Sorry that I misunderstood you. I'm very proud to have such excellent materialist like as companion. Also, just let me know if you need help the future, and don't call me Miss Garcia anymore. It doesn't suit you. Your Majesty, is it true that we whatever we want there? Of course, it's not that different from the party held. Nobles should have attended many such parties back the Union age, right? But couldn't whatever want those parties? Those parties were for prominent figures. Really, they cared more about networking than the feast. Nobody wanted to talk to person wolfing down food like savage. You become laughingstock if did so is. It was big party. Most people would something first before going. If your Majesty fears that we will disgrace you, we'll restrain ourselves. This Mantua fastest update. Ardua phase cowed. Don't worry, I always keep words. This isn't the Union, aren't the King's City either. We're all just normal people as long as don't make trouble whatever. Like, can I bring me food back? Many of friends wish to attend this first class party. F of Clan Egg make sure nobody sees doing that. Stay close when we get there. If someone approaches you, don't get involved. Conversation. Let me two udder sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. This Mantua fastest update. Manhwa fast. I wish good evening. Purdue. This is even bigger than 3 holy cities put together. I can't believe mortals built all these without using any magic. The miracle building want to build is also memory of this world, right? Mantua the fastest update. Mordlua fast. Although nobody except Anna knew where I truly came from, the tequila witches had already reached mutual understanding that I came from worlds similar to this dream world. Wow. The fish here is so tender it feels like it's going to melt. Mouth. Are these really grapes? Wow, I haven't had such sweet grapes so long. Rubbish. Just visited the dream world last month, but I ate fast food last time. Elena only knows and McDonald's. Hey, remember that we have to also put some food Dido's bag to bring something back for the others. Even if I could not benefit from anything this world, I should the least make this dream world continue to exist for me. This was just world exciting dream. However, for the tequila witches, this was the only place where they felt alive. They could get compensated here for everything they had lost from the battle with the demons, including the enjoyment of life and mundane pleasures. Although the Materialist Association is dedicated to saving the world, it's hard to persuade people to work for them with just vague envision of the future. That's we started to hold the Materialist contest. The contest only has short history of years. But it has now become the most popular sporting event. Many awakened materialists gained publicity, fame and wealth through this contest. On the other hand, the association also recruits many new talents through the competition. The contest thus plays increasingly important role. The association outstanding contestants are involved the decision-making process. Because of this change, rift began to grow among the executives. Gradually members are divided into two cliques. Nevertheless, this disagreement doesn't impact the contest or fact. The event attracts even more attention. How did it get? Did find anything about him? This Mantua fast estate Manhwa fast good. He's just from ordinary family. He became Lady Garcia's neighbor purely accident. There's no record whatsoever of Roland on the contest registry. I don't think he has ever participated any games. He joined the materialist associations just 3 months ago, which is highly unusual. Garcia was definitely not very easygoing person. She was too headstrong. Her obstinacy naturally created barrier that detached her from the rest of world and made people who attempted to approach her hesitant to further the relationship with this being the case. Garcia trusted very few people. What kind of trick did Roland used? This Lady Fu Yuan was one of the most talented new materialists the past 5 years. Although she had yet to win the championship, most people attributed her defeat to her young age and lack of experience and firmly believed that she would soon gain her first championship. It was rumored that Fu Yuan, as genius materialist of the new generation, would eventually become another executive the Prism City after she won her championship match. People like this would never have paid attention to Clover Group. But she actually came to this banquet to investigate Roland. What's so special about this person? Miss Fu Yuan, what asked me to do? I heard your conversation, thank you. His tone, expression and micro-movements mirrored normal persons, yet I sense no fluctuations. HIC power I couldn't alive. Poland's strength. Common people lacked the force of nature, but Roland was materialist. Is this the strength of the new hunter? He is a new member, has just joined, but he defeats the fallen demon. This party will be interesting. But what are these? The dream world and this majesty that the girls talking about? Was this some new trendy game? However, judging from the 3 girls' looks, it doesn't seem they were doing some juvenile role-playing either. It would be nice if I could ask him personally. This Mantua Fasties update Mantua Fastcot. So that is, yes, that's the saw on the paper. The on the stage was Garden, one of the directors and president of the Department of Construction of the Clover Group. I expected to see King Wimbledon Oil. But now it appeared that Zero had not killed the poor king of Grey Castle. It seems that the residents, the building of Soul, had now completely blended into this dream world and developed their own memories and personal relationships. This Madura fastest update Manhwa fast. There was no way to know whether Garcia came before Garden, whether the existence of Garcia resulted the appearance of the Clover Group, or whether Garcia was just jigsaw puzzle piece that randomly fit this whole picture. Let's got. We'll come back later. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Halal. Your Uganda. Astectidate Kajul Ascon. I'm Roland Garcia's proxy. Oh, I see. Nice to meet you. You're really lucky to have the force of nature. I do envy young guys. I want to talk with you private, aka the fastest update Ladua fast cold. Sorry, I'm expected someone else. Garcia asked me to talk to you. Aren't interested how your daughter is doing these days. Alright, if this isn't going to be long. Rip room. Is it okay to have him hear what I'm going to say involves the interest of your company? That's fine. He's been working for family for several decades. I'm more concerned about the 3 pretty little girls brought here than secretary. This isn't amusement park. The matter we're discussing next few minutes concerns these 3 girls. Padua fastest update. Cord Bua fastcom. Let's cut the crap. I want to make deal with you. They're illegal immigrants and I need to help them obtain legal status and send them to reputable high school. Is this all that want? Yes, I don't think it's hard for the Clover Group said its deal. So what offer me are going to oppose Garcia or persuade her to abandon that apartment to me? Not, I'm her friend. Friends, then we have nothing to talk about. Not necessarily. It's legit. How come that's top secret information of the association that aren't entitled to just need to know what it stands for? You. Daughter seems to have made her acquaintance with extraordinary person Roland the Materialist. Association is law-abiding organization. Do think I'm threatening you like I said this ideal. So mean successful businessman like must have encountered many difficulties right may remove. Enemies standing right before but not those hiding I take care of that for you though not everyone. They have to be underground criminals, also their presence has to constitute threat. I have own ways to conduct investigation so don't attempt to fool me this way the association would. Not notice deal I would rather keep this conversation between ourselves Roland if you're serious. Then that wouldn't be good deal for you. Just see them as your deposit, I'm going to ask to help these 3 first, the total number would be. Around illegal immigrants the police will get suspicious. Take it slow don't need to do it anytime soon take your time this is long-term project. That case may be able to help you. Well then I look forward to working with you. Didn't have to negotiate with him yourself you're the king of the 2 worlds it's really rude of him to stare like that if Lady Althea were here she would have put knife to his throat this Mantua. Fastest update Manhwa fast. As king do whatever want Lady Alice never cared about what other people thought of her. Ministers can't get here and I've told not to call me your majesty outside. The way are we still going back? The feast doesn't end until midnight. But we might as well head back soon the other witches are waiting for us. We'll stay another half hour and then we'll set off sharp. As command. This Mantua fastest update. Arafat. EA. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Somebody was watching me this dream world. Who was doing this waiter entrepreneur or awakened? Some non-player character is apparently keeping eye on me Roland, or okay yes I'm fine I'm coming. Since the creator has enormous power did he not talk to me person did he make everything so difficult did he fear that I would frighten? Or he did not have such opportunity I did not think that the creator cared about poor nerves the message wine had indeed scared the hell out of me. Is Mantua, fast estudate Majua fast could ask for the back. Rose came not the day when God's will appears the time for the meeting underscore. Could it be to the arrival of the bloody moon the real world? The appearance of the bloody moon marked the beginning of the battle of divine will so he could only talk to the messenger this time but how come person the dream world would know things the other? Time remained frozen this world if I chose not to come here even if they were supposed to meet when the bloody moon appeared I still had no idea where we're going to meet up not just meet the apartment or some other well-known building that's right I always give it name. Myself I could totally open coffee shop and name it Rose came I could even combine the venues into huge room add necessary amenities such as tables chairs and bar counter and set the room number as. Aren't all the conditions satisfied this way? What would make licensed hunter so unnerved scum acid merge this was just glass of wine this is too. Indicate of lost control of the force. Whatever he had seen was definitely something extraordinary. This was just ordinary wine. Something must have happened then this Padua fast estedatit cat dua fast cowed. Good morning your majesty thank for your hospitality I would say it ill be looking was the greatest. Forward to experience I've next visited to thee had the past dream world 100 years when the time comes. What happened last night sumptuous party? That makes me hungry too when I have that kind of food. Few years I promise. I met Sean downstairs he wanted to give this. The so-called ancient ruin was not just confined to the underwater cave. But it actually infiltrated the entire endless camel they found similar ruins the vicinity of Festive Harbor. The area covered these ruins was as large as 7 or 8 ports put together tablet walls 5 to 10 meters thick were found each ruin underneath the desert. Whereas the area uncovered the walls was carpeted with leafy grass. So many stone tablets have been discovered near Festive Harbor. How many tablets total were there the Endless Cape if these tablets were really the bodies of some ancient silicon-based creatures? What kind of massacre occurred? The desertification was probably not caused the evaporation of water, perhaps the silver stream used to be fertile land rather than underground river. Everything had, however, changed when massive war had broken out. The tablet men had been slaughtered, the radiation people whose bodies littered the entire continent. These bodies had thus formed towering walls which had subsequently blocked rivers and crushed trees. Except for Vine, that struggled to live the cracks of rocks. Other words, both Iron Sand City and Festive Harbor were sitting on the top of weathered corpses. If the battle of divine will would never end, how many people would have to die? Sit and Manhwa fast coma for the fastest releases. Hey Roland. This Kaida, Estestudate Ordua fast could. Are okay? Era, is anything wrong? We're staring that paper for good several minutes and don't look very well. Either terrible news. Not, I hope that I wrong if that was the truth. What dismal world we're living in. I see underscore, but even if you're right, I think there's still solution. What solution? Well, I have to make it clear first, I'm not Anna, so it may be just some random crazy idea. Don't laugh me, alright? I won't flip Arthur for Stectodate Mardua fast. First, have to admit that this is going to be problem. That will take least 2 generations. So the most important task now was to pass on the information until the time is right. Right. That's true, then what? That's it. Huh. Because that time this battle will have nothing to do with us. We only live once and already have so much to worry about this life. Do we want to let something that will only happen after we die bother us now? Whether descendants would succeed or not and how they are going to do that are their problems. There's no point of us doing their jobs for them. Was Nightingale comforting me anyway? This solution was straightforward, simple and overall very. Nightingales are gloating over short-sightedness, not that was very incisive. That sounds more or less right. If fear descendants couldn't do good job, ask the other races for help. How reconstruct the ruin and record the battle of divine will, as this is another way to pass on information. Atoka, a Stectudate Kadua fast cowed, didn't find out the existence of the radiation people and tablet men from the build some murals, the temple underground of the cursed fortress's grey castle. Carve the wall to inform the later generations who participate the war. If time permits, I believe there will be 1 or 2 races figuring out what they should do. I'm very impressed with your idea. I didn't expect to think this far ahead. I don't need to hear the latter half of your comment. Did just get here. You've had long journey. How was Thunder's exploration? Something went wrong. The Shadow Islands. Joan disappeared. Disappeared? What happened exactly? Slow down, tell me what happened. That was what this manual, Estestudate, happened. Dada Fastcon. We floated on the sea for 2 days, but Joan didn't come back. Thunder said only would know what happened to Joan undersea. Are those floating pillars and the distorted space real? Such thing could happen. The more I probed into this world, the stranger it turned out to be. The bizarre phenomena, the dream world, had already confused me lot. And it appeared the real world was equally mysterious. The lengthened stone pillars and fishes did not seem to be result of external forces. The evidence to which was that neither Camilla nor Joan had experienced excruciating pain when John's fingers had elongated. Rothov were physically fine. The only possibility I could think of was that the space was distorted, the depths of the ocean. I think Thunder was right. Faye do also think John's still alive. Yes, and she's probably now to the east of the ceiling, so she transported herself somewhere thousands of miles away. Is that possible? That's only guess here. But one thing is certain, that the water level of the shadow waters did drop, right? The change the water level even impacts the tides, the fjord islands, which indicates that it's great amount of water we're talking about here. So where did the seawater got? I gather they went to the east of the ceiling. Thunder did say that the seawater near the ceiling were heading westward. If the water didn't go there, the swirling sea would have dried out after 2 or 3 tidal cycles. The question is, if water was transported from one place to another, the tidal should have come intervals. However, the water currents are moving continuously to make this happen. The water Must go through these two circles almost the same time, so what's the fastest way to travel from one circle to another? Go straight. Theory yes. But there's another possibility. Life Marduk fastest update, Ordua fast cow. This way the water get to the other side almost instantly. How that be possible? She must have been worn out. Take her to the witch building, I let till know. Alright. Visit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. This Padua, a stectudate ladva fast cowed. Sir pursuit. Everything is ready. Facial very good, keep monitoring them. Yes sir. Are those low lives really going to do what we want them to? They should have had glimpse of your real power. Now we sacrifice Lot to set this trap if the Lord knows. Right, I understand your concern, but I believe it's worth it. This is the first time that human beings had been advantaged during battle without erecting city walls. How do feel about the war recently? Do feel thwarted. Padua the fastest update, Matt D. Valastiku. That's because we've burned bridge behind us, not it's because enemy dragged us into the arena to face battle to death. We've established outposts and also tried to expand the red mist. However, these two methods didn't work as well as years ago because human beings now possess weapons with large shooting ranges. Whether view them as low lives or not, it's fact every single movement is currently under the scrutinies of the witches, which is there has been hardly any progress lately. Nothing will change if we don't erect the birth tower, therefore I have to blind their eyes and chop off their arms before they're awakened so that they can't play their old trick. Even though this means that I'll have to sacrifice 2 outposts. I'm your service, sir. I was now very close to next upgrade. Soon power would experience significant increase. War was always the fastest way to improve oneself. Even after becoming the king, I would not refuse to any challenge. And I guess human beings were possibly thinking exactly the same thing as me, right? This red mist supply line stretched away on the continent to the northeast and southwest, and there's group of demons supplying the red mist pretty much every day on this route. 10 months ago when Longer found the demons and when Ashes went to locate them, this number increased to 3. Using the information we determine how many troops enemy has lost and how many are left. Since they only have one supply line, the senior demons would not deviate from this line too much when they retreat. Can't they build fake red mist supply line as long as the demons still rely on the red mist to sustain themselves? This information should be reliable. They did transport large amount of the red mist to mislead us once and also used the red mist to attack us from long distance. However, they've never reduced the red mist to deceive us because that would be suicidal. It's very easy to understand if the demons really had alternative supplies, they would have invaded the interior of Grey Castle directly from the Misty Forest or the Herms Plateau, which would definitely cause more damage than attacking from the frontier. If they have something else other than the red mist, they would no longer need to hold on to the obelisk made of gods' stones. The demon's supply is mainly made of transformed siege beasts and several mad demons, which would not pose any threats to special unit and the seagulls. With this taken into consideration, main target will be the devil beasts. As for the location, I agree with this mortal's judgment. She's take over from here. This is joint effort of the general staff and the witches. Also special thanks to Miss Lightning and Miss Maggie for supplying us the map. Please take look the report. Have the land to the east of the red mist supply line is as flat as pancake with hardly any trees, so it's not ideal for ambush. Nonetheless, the seagulls could see everything from above. The landscape to the west is much more rugged and there's small mountain there. LLRAAXHXRGJ Groic T. Let's see the landscape on this side through the phantom instrument, so we need map to supply the part not shown on the screen. There are 3 locations where Miss Andrea could shoot. One is the crest of the mountain, the north, another the jungles between, and the other the protruded area, the foot of the mountain, the south. The best location would be the crest. Yes, Miss Andrea said, so to that mountain is relatively far from the red mist supply line. If the seagulls catches with the magic slayer, the special unit would have to travel long way to provide supports. Also, there's no place to hide on the top of the maintain. So we'll be pretty much exposed to the devil beasts. If anything happens, the seagulls would not be able to come to rescue. Moments notice the most important reason is we can't see it through the phantom instrument. So do fear that the demons would come. Mark up the fastest update at Avafast. This is the highest point of this area. I would be extremely careful if it were me. Although Lightning says the demons haven't done any war preparation, it doesn't hurt to be cautious. Since this is after all war of magic. Like the way we use the sigil of screaming Your Majesty had put the headstream of the seawater river. We don't necessarily need garrison, we simply need alert. Remember, the biggest priority for the special unit is to maintain its secrecy. If they're exposed, there will be no point whatsoever setting ambush. To be honest, back the Union Age, the most difficult part was to make mortals understand magic power. Mortals rarely take magic power into account and act as if they're living different dimension from us. But this mortal is different. Your subordinates do have quite interesting personalities. That's because guys have never really taught them. Not everyone is genius. Education is the most effective way to elevate civilization. This Manhwa fastest update, Manhwa fast. So which location did pick? The jungle. The sniper will have narrow view and could hide there easily. They could monitor the while the same time supporting Princess Till if necessary from the jungle. Of course they could also hide the foot of the mountain. But it's too close to the Tequila ruin. If the enemy retreats, they'll be spotted very quickly. So overall the jungle isn't the best option. But the most this Manhwa fastest update, thoughtful Manhwa fast 1. Exactly 2 units would round on the magic slayer. Miss Andrea could shoot him if he isn't aware of the ambush. If he is the god's punishment, witches will be stopping him. Nevertheless, the whole ambient die on sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. After the battle Tequila officially begins, the first army will dispatch unit to the retreating special unit 5 to 6 miles from the left. As for when we should launch the ambush, it really depends on how the demons react. That's all for the plan. Anything else? After the final battle begins, I hope and the city hall could move to the third border city for the time being. Also the witches, the castle district should do so as well. What do mean are ordering His Majesty? Do you think the demons will attack Neverwinter? Very unlikely, but there's possibility the red mist supply line doesn't necessarily equal to the exact number of the demons. For example, it could be either demons or just demons having expedition. The demons have been to Overwinter once. Anyway, however, this time they aren't just going to warn us but are coming straight to the castle district. What if they aren't mad demons but senior demons? They won't mind abandoning Tequila if loss is inevitable. They won't care that much. I see. Let's do it, Baron. Take care of the city hall. Know what to do, don't you? This Manhwa fast estudate Mardua fast cowed. Yes, of course, Your Majesty. AKA a Nisi fit. So everyone Unionry, I know what you're all thinking about. Listed greater than. You're right, we're now very close to victory. Although few people know about this war and even fewer understand its implications. I'm sure this war will be remembered the entire human race. One point the future we started preparing for it even before the Battle of Divine will start and have successfully kept the demons away from the fertile plains. Whether the demons are held the Sky Sea realm or not, we'll win. Just feel sorry that I can't come with to the front. Beat the demons and take Tequila. I looking forward to this battle. As command. This Manhwa fastest update, Manhwa fast _con. Don't worry, Leaf is now the form of the heart of forest. So nobody could possibly hurt her. She's always the first person to notify me of your arrival. How long are going to stay here today? I'll be here until tomorrow morning. So you're staying overnight? Well, that case, let's go to the campsite first. Leaf grew some new fruit that tastes perfect. I'll set bonfire the evening so that we could have some barbecue. Not this time. I have to do a lot of preparation work tonight and probably won't have time. This Manhwa fastest update, Manhwa fast. Alright, see. But I'm not the person who's going to fey busy. It's going to be actually wall work together the next Few days, so have to get prepared. Me. Yes, the special unit needs to intercept the demons, so you'll have to pack tonight and go to the front with me tomorrow morning. Of course we're going to take the seagulls. As for Leaf, I'll ask Roland to appoint another person to take care of her. Could have told me the beginning. We don't have time for barbecue today, but we could still have some fruit. Do care to take me there? Sure. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Don't tell me that you're going to operate the seagulls. I'm the best person for this task, but Roland promised me that he would take care of you. He would never let participate the war. I need to talk to him. He didn't agree with this arrangements. What? Roland didn't agree on this matter. I volunteered, so how are going to stop me? Are going to tie me and imprison me the castle? Well, Roland would probably do that himself if this was suicidal mission, but like I said, the seagulls will just act as contingency plan. Only when Andrea fails to kill the magic slayer will we get involved this operation. Plus what I need to do is simply drop the god's punishment witches off before the demon. Isn't it dangerous? This is the magic slayer we're talking about. This Manhwa fastest update. Manhwa fast. I knew you're going to say that. Do really think that he'll surpass the magic slayer and drop the god's punishment witches under his nose? If not, then how are going to do that? The god's punishment witches can't if the magic slayer doesn't fall for the trick. This plan won't work. I'm glad that edit isn't as simple as the demons need the red mist so they won't swag away as bold as brass. And we don't need to use the seagulls to lure him, we simply need to cut off his supplies. The magic slayer will definitely recharge himself because he won't be able to flee the plains with his tiny little gas tank. Other words, the god's punishment witches are awaiting the arrival of their wary visitor and dragging him into battle, so Wendy and I will have enough time to come back safely. But what if I'm not saying that this plan is completely risk-free, but least the risk is under control? Give told that the seagulls is just part of this plan. I won't put myself danger unless I'm as silly as you. Fact, the main reason I decided to go to the front is you will never feel settled if I stay rear watching fight. Your Highness, say name. Padua fastest update. Kadua fast cowed. This Manhwa fastest update. Manhwa fast. Every time went on trip, whether we were living on the sleeping island or never winter. I was always the one left behind awaiting your return, which I don't know will come few days or few months. But it once like this before. Back the old king's city we were always together, then do we have to part now? Weren't we also danger when the church hunted us? I don't want to wait anymore. I see, but on one condition. I know what you're going to say. Don't force yourself, make safety your top priority. Roland told me all that. Well, I know what I'm doing, this is all common sense. That's not what I was going say. Too. One more time, Martha. Astist update. This is Ardua fastcot condition. You'll finally hear us. Urdu, Astistudaf, ad Velascoud. Canua nip Hixlium OZMKPNIA, GTINs Genie OZMKPNTA. Well done everyone, all did good job. Feeling did the demons send their reinforcements? HMI. Not sir, those are ditches dug the demons. Ditches Padua, Astestudate, ADUA fast cowed. Miss Sylvie saw them first. Some demons crept out from underneath the red mist enveloped ground and started to dig the ditches 6 days ago. Reckon jury we end. Secure Genie then Miss Lightning. Confirmed Miss Sylvie story and marked the area as dangerous. Are they trenches? Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. According to Lightning's map, those ditches, although pretty crude, are very similar to the First Army's trenches. The horizontal ones are 2 feet apart and connected to several vertical ones. The biggest difference is that the demons dug more vertical ditches for retreating purposes, and these ditches almost level with differential of less than 2 meters, so they look tidier than ours. They're learning from us. Very interesting. Those vertical ditches aren't for retreating, they're for attacking purposes. Instead, yes, the trenches somewhat block shells, but they can't block the longing cannons in me. Few trenches won't change anything. The only way for them to change their situation is to attack the First army that's they make the vertical ditches so close to us that does save lot of time when the trenches are so packed like this. So what are we going to do? Nothing when they're within the shooting range of the cannons, asked the Black River, to fire Cream Cloud. Although it's like putting fine timber to petty used, His Majesty has provided tons of ammunition. For us to use this final battle, I dare them to run right into us against the artillery firehouse. The railway construction going, the demons fought back but didn't cause much damage. The mad demons know that they can't approach the encampment, so they rarely come close to us. It was mostly the devil beasts. However, only 2 devil beasts come time, so I guess there aren't many devil beasts left to Keeler now. We could have detained more devil beasts if the senior demon didn't get way. Did the magic slayer come? More than once the battles unfolded pretty much the same way every time the anti-aircraft machine gun squad first fired the magic slayer. And then the devil beasts joined the battle. Every time I saw him I felt I was fighting real monster. What do you mean? He always appeared where we were most unguarded, then we would go into sort of trance the moment he landed. Now it should be noted that the soldiers were all wearing God's Stone of Retaliation that time. If we didn't have God's Stone to protect us, for instance, those who hid bunker too curious for their own good, we would have panicked outright. The closer we are to the magic slayer, the more susceptible we'll be to his influence. When the encampment sank into complete chaos, the devil beasts, they would dive and attack, although Sylvie would always notify us beforehand. It's not easy to stop plummeting magic slayer that can't be killed with just 1 or 2 shots. The best we've done so far was break one of his arms. Us ada, a stestudate carda last cow. It looks like that he isn't always lucky. But the thing is, when he showed few days later, his broken arm was healed as if nothing had happened. Well, the demons may have special treating method as we have Miss Anna, but what many soldiers reported to the general staff that the magic slayer becomes increasingly sneaky. It's like he has gradually got the hang of the battle. Before 1 machine gun would be enough to block him. But now we need 2 or 3 squads. If we didn't have the God's Stones of Retaliation and the weapons created His Majesty, he would have killed all of us just himself. They were like that the Union Age. As long as they're alive, they'll get as long as upgraded. The next battle they're alive, senior demons upgrade through battles. The more severe their injuries are, the more powerful they'll become next time. Terms of magic power and combat techniques, he've killed many extraordinarily way. We helped them improve. Nevertheless, not every demon survived their injuries. He must have some special abilities to heal himself, are saying that he's a senior demon with both the cursing power and self-repairing ability. Very likely Berlin's right, this is real monster. If we let him got, we'll have great trouble the future, so we must destroy him, this ruined holy city. Ahus fast step date cat dlva fast cowed. Baal. Were born there. Us Padua Astectudate Maud BWA last cow sit, and you're really the youngest. High awakened the history of time. Welcome to the Quest Society. Wow hole. Amazing. Mantua the fastest update. Iahua fast _ cost the secret laboratory to Keeler City. Know what you're doing. They're all valiant soldiers who devoted everything to the Union there. Just coma and want to conduct tests on them. Vow know how slim the chance is for them to wake. They sustained head injuries. I'm sure they'll prefer offering their bodies to doing their sleep. I can't accept it. This is order signed Lady Alice. If you can't accept it, then free to leave. Hold ladyship, the city is breached. I'm afraid the Allied forces couldn't hold and longer. Let's bet. Out of here. Sister hasn't come back. She's member of the defending army and shall never abandon her post. If end doing here, she sacrificed herself for nothing. Padua. Astectudate medalist you Odor. Now run for vol life, but ladyship where we tequila is. Never give, there's still hope. Climb over the maintain. Cross the river and head to the barbarian land. Re-establish the order. Do you stay whole? Still chance to live if leave now. Ardsley. Astist update. Adbois fast cowed. Don't have magic. I know that it's to protect. Have request. What is it? If the first army old moved 10 more kilometers toward Aquila. I hope the punishment witches and I could fire first. The demon actually found 2 like stones of retaliation to blocked magic eyes. Drop what working on and to the exit closest to ifs, Andra Fastfest update a Wadua fast cowed. Don't push and don't look around, remember no matter what happens outside don't leave the shelter. Going to the next shelter, don't block the passage all of move. The evacuation is completed, lights are all off, the first army is now filing into the encampment. Okay, see Miss Sylvie, this is danger from the artillery battalion I hope could provide with the demons. Location and firing parameters tank, Astesc date Madbois fast co. Same request from the Black River I and Black River it's. Lightning cabby, hear me, where are? We just took off, Maggie is above me, what happened, did the demons attack this Mantua fastest update? Manhwa fast. It looks like it. But the demons obscured the majority of vision, reckon they we giant stones of retaliation again. Noted, I'll take look leave into cool sit and Manhwa fast L.com for the fastest releases. On night model. Cool this Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast. Gala, Astectidate, Ada last cow. Come back, the magic slayer is coming. Even if he's coming for, he won't find that fast plus. If we back now we won't be able to know what the demons are hiding behind the stones, right, but don't worry, he can't get me with just stone of flight as lone as I avoid the anti-magic area. I'll be safe. Maggie, I'll leave him to. Be careful, the magic slayer saw. That monster is front right cool. Tar Kaida fastiot update Ladva fast could. This Marva fastest update Lada fast cowed. What's the matter? Ooh, this Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast com. The magic slaver didn't catch with me one this time. I son all. So beautiful, COO. Maria fastesto date, ATDHU a fast scout. DHEL Ray. Damn it, if this occurred during the day those monsters wouldn't stand chance. That was the demons chose to fight night, this is actually better than I thought. Thanks to Sylvie we can't the least see the enemy, the darkness. Do look so restless, it's the demons who should worry. I just don't want to waste the ammunition that took to produce Madura fastest stat date Marjua fast could. Don't worry, they can't on like that forever, I think the demons know that as well, they'll probably fight back once they are within shooting range of the mortars. Unfortunately for the demons they don't know that things will soon change the moment they enter the shooting range of the flares. Will have clear winner of this battle. Sit and Manhwa fast com for the fastest releases. Padua, Astestudate Cadbua fast coup. Artillery position. Shoot flares the largest firing angle. Ardsley the fastest update Mardla fast cold. A Cloud Maroa. Air the target and fire. I. They were no longer flustered and defenseless like they had been 6 months during that night radio. As they had learned how cope with night battle, the fact that they waited for this moment to implement their new tactic, that human beings were no longer the low lives that they used to treat with contempt. Humans already be considered or rivals. I must inform the king of this new development. It is I exterminate this army once and leave into chance to disrupt two or development plan. Par ifs Padua fastectudate Cadbua fast co. Padua, astectudate Cadva fast cold. Padua, astestudate ward valest could. Santa. Padua factist update mad bua fast con. We won. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Repay, Arthur fast estudate Madlua fast cowed. Have to apologize to hold Hui years. I thought it would be disaster to entrust important tasks to mortals, and more than one time laughed you behind hold back vestman people thought like you back then. And how do feel about it now? Now, it's actually not too bad to fight alongside mortals. Ready. Sky. It has started vodka fasts type date Dabwa fast could. It has been 5 days now, right? Will the magic slayer come today? Who knows? I want to have hot potted and pot stickers never winter. Well, I'll be also happy to have roast meat and ice cream bread away. Have some rations if you feel Henry. Although it doesn't taste very, it will the least fill. And please don't that we're still on mission think about food as much as you like when back to never winter. Now concentrate and job done. She was tempted to. She just never understands jokes. What happened? One she'll hit the giant skeleton. There's big hole the back of the skeleton. Goodness, that thing is howling. It actually feels pain. I didn't expect in to be living being. Red mist came out of its word like it's bleeding. Hang on. The magic slayer is charging too. I wish someone could just shoot him down. Wait, not the magic slayer turned around halfway. What's on? The skeletons are retreating as well. Some demons are attempting to stop them and are being stomped to death. They've lost control. Are the demons killing each other? The magic slaver has fled. Aquila. Andrea, eye it. Hope the magic slayer doesn't spot. This Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast. How's it the magic slavery isn't aware of all presence? He was flying toward the red mist line. Little east or shooting range load. The is perfect. Ifs Padua, a stekpudit Madvar fast cotted. This Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. This markup fastest update Kadua fast cowed. I really don't like holding me like this. I hold back only because of Sylvie. How did that? Did the magic slayer just minutes? The bullet is still en route. Don't move, don't move, don't move. Padua, estestudate Cadalas code. The magic slayer is dead. Did it? Yes, the bullet slashed the demon half. Even Anna wouldn't be able to cure him such severe condition. We. Good job. Lightning asked the seagulls to come over here. We're done, let's head back. Got it. How could that be? The magic slayer had been 8 or 9 kilometers away from her. His vision obscured the jungle between them. It was nearly impossible for him to find me, plus it had not particularly attempted to seek me but had simply locked his eyes on me directly as if he had known I was here long time ago. Further, had Sylvie not noticed anything unusual when she had seen the demon look backwards? Did she think that this incident was too frivolous to have her attention? Regardless, the magic slayer was now dead. Whether it coincidence or not, there was no need to further probe into this matter. I remembered had been wounded the magic slayer when had tried to protect Leaf was the way. How long does it take to heal minor injuries such as shallow cut? 1 to 2 hours approximately. Other words, you'll feel better just 10 minutes, right? Feeling better now. That's strange, it still hurts bit. Watch out. Us Padua, asked a step date Kadafascon. La. Found _u. Padua, asked a stop date at Adua fast code. Margie C _roughly you're pretty fast, extraordinary. If didn't to block me she could have died painlessly. You're only making her suffer. It was not pure coincidence that the magic slayer targeted Margie. He had taken everything into consideration before this move, including Margie's limited fighting capacity and her unique ability of maneuvering the magic arc, as Margie was the key to their transportation. Eliminating her was pretty much cutting off their retreat. Given such circumstances, Margie definitely could not operate the magic arc anymore. Do the magic slayer know Margie's ability? You're the eyes of human beings, right? Really created us lot of trouble directing that fiery rain. And must be that genius shooter probably wouldn't be able to do much harm to us years ago. But things become different now, appear to be more difficult than transcendental. It's good that you've finally met each other. Please let me introduce myself. I'm Pursuit, the commander of the Expedition Corps, as well as the very person who'll give eternal rest. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. There is no doubt this was well planned. Carefully calculated trap. Mantua the fastest update. Manhwa fast. Nevertheless, everything was false illusion created the Magic Slayer. Had he known their plan all along? Tequila should be more important than us. I can't tell you. Can't just indulge dying person's curiosity but aren't dying. Aren't giving even this desperate situation, or you? What's he waiting for? I and Ashes might more or less hold him back, although I barely had any magic power left as for Sylvie, Camilla and Margie to stop the Magic Slayer. There was no chance. All the only person we could now rely on was Lightning. The fact that she had not shown aft indicated she had noticed something wrong. If she could send the seagulls to us, there would still be chance to snatch victory out of defeat. I don't understand. Even if we were misled, it isn't likely that we'll miss lurking enemy. We checked everything before firing. We're 8 or 9 kilometers away from Tequila and couldn't possibly get here within second. Where did hide yourself? We dug many underground passages over the past years, the rear of Tequila instead of the front. The entrance of the passage is hidden among the god's stones, so it's hard to spot, plus the passage forked out deep down underneath the ground, so it's perfectly normal that failed to notice them. Human beings are monitoring the area above. Right, did do good job. That's fell into trap without realizing it. There are passages nearby. Even though we're hiding underground, it still isn't easy to spot us on such vast land. We constantly moved from one place to another. How did find us? I didn't find you, found me. Right, not only one person saw me. Where's that flying little girl? If you have planned, your reinforcements should have arrived now. It sees the moment, see it. That was exactly what the Eye Demon did. Had I just shot Eye Demon. But Eye Demon should be much larger than the Magic Slayer. Did Pursuit somehow make that decoy has the Eye Demon's ability? There must be demons other than the Magic Slayer hiding underground. The Magic Slayer must be waiting for the reinforcements so that they could kill them all. The gods' punishment witches are here. Are all okay? Gala fastest update. Mad BVA fast cowed. Got, we have to get out of here. Watch out, it's the spider demons. Markup fastest update. Kajua fast cowed. Head to the west before it's too late. West. But the first army is the south. I don't think we that way anymore. The demons must be waiting for us. They're the only place which could take refuge is the misty forest. The west. I see. Look out for the spears. Us Garda, Estestudate, Ordelasku. Find and kill the 2 spider demons. And ask Till to run. Padua, Astist update. Mad Bua fast cot. Give me weapons. A sure era you'll slip off back if you don't hold tight. Don't worry, it'll be perfectly fine with just one hand. Savage Ashes is still fighting hard. How I give up. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Tax Padua fast. Estudate Kajua fast. Could. How many had I shot? Andrea, watch your right hand side. Is markup fastest update. Ardua fast cot. Nova. Monster. Dog. I kill to improve and upgrade. It's very impertinent to call me monster. Your every single wind and all the energy you've lost will nourish. Mel should have foreseen your failure. Stop struggling, for it'll only increase your pain. If yield now, I will grant painless death as reward for your valiance. Us Padua fast Estudate. Order fast coup. Go to hell. I'll never yield to demon. Even if I have to die over and over again, I'll tear into pieces. Did you save me? Argao, I should have been killed years ago. I lived longer than I should simply because I want something return. We've reached limits but still have great potential. Doesn't that give me good reason to save you? Don't be sad, I don't feel pain, or really it's nothing, I'm just bit tired. Us Garda. Astestidate cordua fast con. Acre. What's the matter? Is this the fastest could get? Your friends will die if this is all due perhaps. You're planning to abandon them. You're extraordinary, were born to have great potential, however it requires heart of steel to overcome and upgrade yourself. As far as I know, all the transcendent, the Union upgraded battles, and those who couldn't successfully become transcendent were all eventually killed. The demons I hope won't be one of them. Look here, fire. Ash, _hold on, are coming to help you who have dealt with the spider demon. We annoying buzzing flies. Sorry till. A deer each. Mantua fastestidate Manhwa fast co. Ash or okay. Get everybody out of here, stay as far away from here as possible, do it, leave them to me before I lose control. Ahus fastest update Iohua fast con. How did Ashes receive divine revelation? She's not having sigil of God's will with her. I don't know either, but I'm sure about one thing, she's now transcendent. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Padua, As type date Kadua fast. Rise must finish the enemy before he finishes you. Sir, you upgraded but soon return to the origin of magic and can't stay with anymore. Damn it, is it still alive? Not yet actually, I'm very close to the upgrade. But the mind power hit me so can't complete upgrade myself. What do for you? Abandon yourself to me. Is that all? Leave it to me, sir. Sir, will we really be relieved from the fate, win the battle of divine will and reach the inhabited heaven one day, we will promise. Tartarus, please take soul with you. Padua, fastest Q date at Ad Velascon. Have to admit that you real genius, out of all the witches I met, not only exceeded the greatest witch the human history but also opened the gate of the realm of mind. For race which only has lifespan of less than years, it's very impressed. Unfortunately aren't the only genius here, we live much longer than and have survived several battles of divine will. Understand it's unfair, but that's your destiny. I'm afraid that your game is over. Padua fastest update Kadua fast cowed. Is Gala fastest update Madua fast cowed? Had. See, so this is the consequence of direct merge with the origin of magic. You've attained extraordinary power. But such power also consumes you. Very curious about what will become if things on like that. Will be reduced to ashes or will lose your humanity and become mindless monster. Whatever will become ill first kill you. With what faith and persistence, that does sound like something humans would say. Unfortunately they past hundreds of years have enlightened me that they are worthless as petals the wind. Had to create opportunity that would allow me to gather some strength. This Mantua fastest update Manhwa fast con. Got you. What did say Ashes became transcendent? Couldn't think of anyone else other than transcendent who has such phenomenal power extraordinaire. Typically evolve through battles. If she did become transcendent, she should be able to cope with the magic slayer. She made the right decision asking to leave anyway. I'm glad that everyone is safe. What about the demons? Do they also evolve through battles? Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. There's no record of that the Union, but according to His Majesty's memory fragments, the demons require high-quality magic stones to upgrade their powers. Of course, battles are also crucial to them. If deduction is correct, merging with magic stone is quite similar to the witches entering their adulthood. It is tested. Trial concerning magic power. If the attempt is unsuccessful, the demons would superpower rebound. Do ask, not anything, just bit worried. Don't worry, transcendent don't particularly rely on their abilities to fight if the magic slayer has no way to subdue Ashes. Believe we'll soon know who wins the battle. Yeah, guess. What happened? What's that sounds? Wonder when Princess Till would send reinforcements. The gods' punishment witches are loading the seagulls. It'll probably take them 2 minutes to get there, us 15 minutes. See, that thunderbolt scared me. Who will Ashes be? Okay, she should be fine, she's now transcendent. You just need to take everyone to somewhere safe, nowhere. Of course you just need to go around the tequila ruin and turn to the southwest. Hang on, me are not coming who? Ada fastestidate Kajua fast cowed. Is this your last resort? Want to kill me? Sacrificing yourself? That's beyond stupidity. Won't let walk away 5 minutes. We're basically equal power right now. As long as did not let him got, it was impossible for him to break us. Padua, antedate Kadbua fast cot. Due to tank fight only with brute force. It seems that now rooted but a forging cage for yourself. Had thought nothing could be worse than power rebound. But the black light tortured me with even greater callousness and cruelty. Felt as though numerous tiny needles were attacking the veins brain and had to force myself not to pass out. Padua fast stop date Marjua fast cowed. What did do? Little present for that will make understand the difference between understanding and control of magic power. To tell the truth, should thank you. Thanks to this battle Eve finally evolved. Now are even offering yourself to me, looking forward to how far could grow after destroy you. This was another form of corruption. The part-covered black light felt oddly disconnected, as if it had been detached from body. Don't you dare possess me. I a great perseverance, but that won't work. I won't give up. Diligence, faith, perseverance and relentlessness are merely excuses of the weak. Nobody wants to die. However, those slogans won't change anything, nor will they help your race to live on. Gulfs Padova fastectep date Kadbua fast cow e. Flew a cloud merge. We have much greater power capacity and longer lifespan than human beings you're fighting against. Overwhelming odds. That's the difference that determines fates. Both the past 2 battles of divine will have shown that you'll never beat us. So rest peace. Blame your fate for being human. _ Don't you look down upon humankind. Is that lightning? Nashua, Astestudate, Athamus U. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. She is carrying something, or those grenades. Stadium, Astist update Ladbois fast cowed. Get lost, lowlife. City. Kaida fast estudate, Ardua lastku. U. A. Right, human beings are weak, but nothing could stop us from moving forward. We'll never back off. List update fastest Madura Mahua fast. Because someone is already standing ahead, pointing to us the way forward. We finally won us. Padua, Astestudate Kadua fast cowed. Yes. Thank you. To be honest, didn't expect that would come back. That's explorer's instinct. Great explorer always comes for those need. Hey, what is happening to you? Perhaps this is the price have to pay for burning myself. Burning yourself? What do you mean? If we want to use magic power to achieve something, it'll lead us to what we desire, but asked for something more than could bear. So that's what we'll turn into after merging with magic power. It's better than becoming monster. What are talking about? Ashes, tell me what should do. Tell Till that like her home mantra callback meta, okay? Is that so? I got it. How are feeling now? How is your injury? This want your fault. Couldn't foresee that the things would unfold this way now, since the magic Slayer has perished. Take long break and have good rest. Was that Leaf? Yes, the war is over. The First Army successfully seized Tequila with minimal loss and also discovered half-completed tower base, the God's Stone Mine. The ambush operation failed, but it has been confirmed that the magic slayer was killed. The curse was lifted, which is the fortunate part of all the misfortunes. However, Ashes and Elena didn't make it. That fool. Lightning told me that Ashes became transcendent near the end of the fight and sacrificed herself to kill the demon. Nothing was left behind from the battle except for the melted reminder of Ashes. Sword Ashes was arrogant and very full of herself, but she never made any reckless decisions. The same goes for Elena. Believe that they knew this would eventually happen, so don't have to pin all the blame on yourself. Throwing the words said to Leaf right back to you. Have word with private brother. Alright, if you want to say something, please just stay there. Let me hold like this for while, just while. Don't need to hold back anymore if you want. Nobody will hear. Wabash. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Ganja the fastest update Manhwa fast con. Please stay with her tonight, she needs someone, and trust that you're the best person to take care of her. Don't worry, know how she feels and what to do. What about you could sleep the third border city give. Been staying there for the past few days, so it doesn't matter to me. Also the witches there should be informed of the success of the torch project as well. Those ancient witches probably have been waiting for this news for long time. Okay, although you don't want to leave, it's important to let them know. Sorry, just came back from the front. Don't be silly, King, we'll have plenty of time together the future. The way, bring Nightingale with you, should never put yourself danger. Third border city markup. Astist update Manhwa fast could. Your Majesty, how did the war got? Any news from the front? We won, the demons on the plain were eradicated, and so was the magic slayer. The first army seized Tequila. Is this true? Apologize for insolence, Your Majesty. Not questioning the credibility of your words, but just don't know what to say. Could tell me more about it naturally, but thank you, Your Majesty. I'll soon tell everyone the good news. Do what can. Or tell Pasha mentally. Please forgive insolence and rudeness the past. From today onwards, there's no need to keep united front. We acknowledge as the leader of Tequila, and we trust lead us to achieve final goal. Also need to tell one more thing. See, so it was her. You already knew, not we just anticipated that it would happen. The demons saw through ambush plan which back the Union Age would normally leave us with no chance of survival. It's very fortunate that we only lost one member, probably find it hard to understand. But we're used to death. Everyone all volunteered to transfer soul to the carrier and was on the brink of death once, not to mention numerous defeats during the past battle of divine will. We're not afraid of death, but meaningless one. And Elena simply made choice that every Tequila witch would make under that circumstances, so don't have to be too sad about it. Of course, this doesn't mean we aren't sad for the loss, we simply learned how to control emotions. Tell them later. Right now let them enjoy the celebration. Maria fastest update Cadbua fast could. Elena's tomb, Ash's tomb, vexing Mas told Tar. Sally's. Ask all the ministers to come here, have new tasks for them. This Mantua fastest update Ab, at Dua fast cold. All probably know summoned here. Believe everyone has the same question as me. Several days ago one person upgraded and reached the realm of mind. The upgrade created commotion there, but soon this particular individual became unresponsive. The one who created this commotion was Pursuit, the commander of the advanced troops of the Western Front hackwork. What the world happened? The West. Padua, a stectodate, a ardua lascow, afraid Pursuit can't come back. If it fails to survive, we should treat human beings as equals and exercise all strength to annihilate them. Believe everyone has learned about the great success of the Torch project that lasted for around months now. We're eradicated the demons and expanded territory to the fertile plains. From now on, instead of deserted land full of traps and dangers, the area to the west of Overwinter will provide us with resources and food. That's right, this land larger than the 4 kingdoms put together will be the land we'll dwell on for the next years. People this is what want. The population of Overwinter was currently increasing steady pace and had reached Baron Mon's will be supervising the whole project. As command. Let's go and test the magic steam engine. Testing on the prototype of the Magic Steam Engine 3. Who won got? If this thing works, then be one step closer to your previous world, right? Yes, and probably be much closer than think. There has not been any technologies like that world yet. The 5th generation steam engine was finally completed. That's it for today. I'll look for shelter and get some food. Sejim. There is demon huge alert. Beholder was lying on the stone wall below the cave entrance. As soon flew over the hole, looked into its eyes. We went to Snow Ridge to meet with the witch Aquila of. These mountains are no longer safe place where no one venture. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. This Mantua fastest update at Dua fast cold. All probably no summoned here. Believe everyone has the same question as me. Several days ago one person upgraded and reached the realm of mind. The upgrade created commotion there, but soon this particular individual became unresponsive. The one who created this commotion was Pursuit, the commander of the advanced troops of the Western Front hackwork. What the world happened the West? Padua, Astectidate Ardua Lascow afraid Pursuit can't come back. If it fails to survive we should treat human beings as equals and exercise all strength to annihilate them. Believe everyone has learned about the great success of the Torch project that lasted for around months now. We're eradicated the demons and expanded territory to the fertile plains. From now on, instead of deserted land full of traps and dangers, the area to the west of Overwinter will provide us with resources and food. That's right, this land larger than the 4 kingdoms put together will be the land we'll dwell on for the next years. People this is what want. The population of Overwinter was currently increasing steady pace and had reached Baron Mon's will be supervising the whole project. As command. Let's go and test the magic steam engine. Testing on the prototype of the magic steam engine 3. Who won got? If this thing works, then be one step closer to your previous world, right? Yes, and probably be much closer than think. There has not been any technologies like that world yet. The 5th generation steam engine was finally completed. That's it for today. I'll look for shelter and get some food. Sejim. There is demon huge alert. Beholder was lying on the stone wall below the cave entrance. As soon flew over the hole, looked into its eyes. We went to Snow Ridge to meet with the witch Aquila of. These mountains are no longer safe place where no one venture. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases. Your Majesty Sander flying bird returned from the swirling sea. It seems that they had big trouble. Garda, fastest update, Ordua fast cot. Your Majesty, nice to see you. Thought wouldn't be able to come back again. What happened? Took the best sailors the fjords with this time, and don't think it was storm or tsunami that held back. Storms and tsunamis have signs, but thousands of sea ghosts don't. Plus encountered monsters even more horrible than sea ghosts. The Sky Sea Realm. Your Majesty, what's that? This is how the demons call this civilization. The characteristic of these monsters that consisted of ribs, flesh and inner organs. They could float water-like ship but could also dive to the bottom of the sea. The monster consistent with what had seen through the gods' relics. Then what happened? How did the fleet escape? Fact, we didn't shake them off. The monsters started to attack each other. The way are still planning not to tell Lightning. Said you reveal your true identity to her after this expedition? Although the trip once very successful, the Sky Sea Realm has indeed taken over half of the ocean. Fjords people are in a panic. It's likely that won't go on trip long time. And need people to fight the demons. Think Lightnings would like to see her father still alive. How about just staying here after you've taken care of your matters? Think about it, Your Majesty. Louder. Sir, all the supplies shipped from Overwinter have arrived. The Tusk City finally now connect it to the power. Sir, the explosion unit is ready. Ignite the explosives. Us Padua for Stectudate Cad VA fast cowed. Garda, Asta Stopdate Cod Valas cowed. O'clock. Take 10 people with and search for the human army. Report to me immediately after. Find them spaces. Look into this matter and see if there's anyone still alive. Yes, sir. Is this another new invention of mankind? Padua fast Estudate Cardua fast coup. Are planning to bring the trainees to the battlefield if everything goes well. I finish the last Part of the flight manual within months, but don't want students to waste their time waiting for me. That 1 month teach them theories everywhere. And they could probably the front, after all the airport was the very rear compared to the battlement of the First Army. All clear, we take off anytime. Got. Ha. Numerous other people all headed to the war. The North, this Mantua fastest update. Manhwa fast, they were from different kingdoms, different regions. But they were now acting for common cause. Compared to the first and second battles of divine will, mankind had never been so united. Sit and Manhwa fast for the fastest releases.